Yo, what's up, guys? Coming at you guys today straight from Leticia, Colombia. And I want to talk to you guys today about how you can live abroad 24/7, 365 for about $500 to $600 a month. Okay? You still with me? Because I know that may sound a little bit crazy. I realize that may sound a little bit implausible, but I am here today, living proof that you can live in at least South America for $500 to $600 a month, okay? And so I wanted to actually share with you guys how you can do that, okay? And so to do this, I want to explain a little bit about myself so that you guys can see where I'm coming from and so that I can share my experience from my life with you guys, okay? And so I'm only 24 years old. I went to college, I got a history degree, I worked as a teacher, worked as a DJ in the United States, and then, long story short, I got really sick of working, the 9 to 5. It wasn't a 9 to 5 when I was a teacher, but you know the stereotype of having to work all day, every day, enslaving yourself to the bone just to have barely enough money at the end of every month, right? And so if that's you, you definitely want to continue listening to me because I promise you, I'm living proof. I promise you, you can have a better life, okay? And so, like I said, it was only 6 months ago, guys, that I decided that I wanted to do this, and I wasn't even sure how it was going to work, I went into it just fresh out of my teaching job. I had a little bit of extra money saved up. It's like, okay, well, if anything, I'll go there for 6 months, have a good time, come back to the United States. Okay, well, here I am 6 months in. I'm supposed to be out of money, guys, but I had plenty of money, and I'm still going to be able to travel. And actually, I'm considering going all throughout South America and Central America. Okay, it can happen. Okay, and so how, right? Well, the first thing I discovered, guys, is that when you're not living in the United States is really expensive, okay? I was living in Colorado. That's where I'm from. And when I left in 2016, I couldn't find an apartment, a one-bedroom apartment, for anything less than $750 a month, okay? A lot. Okay, I don't know how it is today in Colorado, but that was just my experience when I was leaving, okay? And then I came over. The first place I went to was in Cusco, Peru. I flew into Cusco, Peru. I wanted to see Machu Picchu. I wanted to see the cities, and I wanted to tour around Peru. It was something that I always wanted to do. Okay, and then 6 months into it, I decided, hey, I can keep traveling. I can just keep going country to country, and that's why I'm in Colombia now. Okay, I'm taking a flight to Bogota on the 24th, and then my goal, I figured out a budget that will allow me to have a plane ticket every single month, only work maximum 3 hours a day, maximum, and live like a king, okay? And so, like I said, all this is possible for only like $500, $600 a month. And you know what? For a lot of you living in the United States, that's 1 week's work. And I realized it's like, oh wow, I only get to have $500, but trust me, guys, you will live like a king in most of the world, from my experience and from the stories that I've heard from other travelers, for $500 to $600 a month. Okay, and so let me actually break this down for you, because I'm sure that some of you are skeptical and say, oh yeah, 500, 600, yeah, whatever, man. But it's completely true, guys, and let me actually break down my specific budget for you. Okay, so the room that you see I'm in Leticia, Colombia. See, it's okay, right? It's a one bedroom, pretty simple. If I want to go to the bathroom, they have the restroom down the hall, just like it was a hotel. And then they have showers over there on the other side. And then there's a kitchen. If I wanted to cook food, I could just walk down to the kitchen, cook food. But there's also restaurants that serve entrees that are really big and can fill you up for the entire day for only $1.25. And this apartment right here, or this room that I have, it cost me $125 for 1 month. Okay, so let's do some math here, right? So restaurant, I can go to a nice restaurant, get good amount of food for, you know, $1.25, $1.50, sometimes up as high as $2 if I really want to go hard on the food and get some good food. Really cheap, guys. When I'm talking about what can you get for $1.50, well, you can get a quarter of a chicken, a full plate of rice with noodles, with a drink, and some toppings on top, spicy sauce, fried bananas. That's the thing here in Colombia. It will fill you up for just $1.50. Okay, and so if you times that by 30, what is that, like 40, 50, something like that per month? It's really nothing. Okay, so that's $50 of the $500 that I said that you would need. Okay, this room right here, $125. So we're looking at $175 for my food and living expenses roughly for this month. Okay, so there are times where I'll go out and get a nice little snack, you know. And so, give or take, add in another $30 just so I can eat really well, right? And so, about $200, right? That gives me $300, guys, left over that I can essentially spend however I want, okay? And so I said that I wanted to buy a plane ticket every month. Well, I just actually bought a plane ticket from Leticia, Colombia to Bogota in Colombia, which is pretty far north from where I am, for $150. So that raises it up to what, $350? Still $150, guys. Yes, I did spend it, and I spent it because I had a lot of fun here in Leticia, Colombia this month. But I also could have just saved it and kept it going on to the next month. And so the point being, guys, if you want to have a good, happy life, you can do that for next to nothing. Okay, that's the point I'm trying to get across here in South America. Okay, and so if you're living in the United States like I did, you will have to give up some, you know, the really nice luxuries that they have. For example, hot water. That's a big one. If you're living in the Amazon jungle like I am right now, you're probably not going to be able to find a hot water shower. But you know, seeing as how I walk around and I start sweating up just walking around within 5 minutes, I really could care less that I don't have that hot water shower. Okay, if anything, the cold water shower is refreshing. It is nice. Okay, and let's see what else. Luxuries. Internet, guys. You even in the Amazon jungle, I'm living in the closest to nowhere that you could really go in the world. I was in Iquitos, Peru for 3 months, and now I'm in Leticia, Colombia, just further down the Amazon River. I had to take a boat to get to where I am. These cities down here aren't actually connected by roads. But anyways, even in the Amazon jungle, you will be able to find internet. Okay, and so if you have internet, you can very easily make the amount of money that you need for 1 month living. Okay, and there's many different ways to do it. When I first came to South America, my first goal when I was flying into Cusco, Peru, so I was thinking, hey, maybe I'll be an English teacher. That's one thing a lot of the expats do in South America, is they'll teach English. But I went and looked into it a little bit. It pays you $500 a month, so it's pretty good payment. This is just an example from 6 months ago in Cusco, Peru. Anyways, it'll pay you $500 a month, but you also have to work, you know, the 8-hour shifts, and it's really just like moving from that same life that you had in America over to Cusco, Peru. So long story short, I decided I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to become a teacher, and I actually found several different various ways that you can make money online. Okay, and so the first thing I did for a little while was this system called Amazon Mechanical Turk. Once again, that's Amazon, like the website Amazon Mechanical Turk, Turk. Okay, and it's just mindless tasks you do, and if you make about $15 a day on that website, which is pretty easy to do, you'll have enough to support your expenses for that day. Okay, but I noticed that I was starting to work a little bit more than 3 hours a day sometimes, and you know, I'm lazy. I want to enjoy my life that I have over here living abroad, and I want to actually be able to see the sights that are in town and not just be working all day every day, right? And so I began thinking about other ways that I can make that same amount of money for less amount of time. Okay, and so what I'm doing right now, and this is actually the second thing I did and this is what I've discovered and what I'm currently doing, and it seems to be a rather popular thing to do, and so I will share it with you guys, is working as a freelance writer, okay? And so I met a good amount of people online through this website called Upwork.com. Once again, that's up, like Upwork.com, and I've been writing about 1,000 to 1,500 words every day. Article. Been writing DJ articles. I used to work as a DJ, so helping some website get started right now, and they actually pay me really well. I'll write an 800-word article, roughly 800, 900, and they'll pay me $20 for it. Okay, if you need $500 a month, $20, like whoa, that's good money, and it'll only take me 2 hours, 3 hours, and it's something engaging, something that I know a little bit about, okay? And so it's not like it's work, okay? Because that's a big thing. If you're having to do work, then it's really easy to get burnt out on that work, okay? And so as long as you find something online, which is really easy to do, and there's lots of different options, guys, and if you have any questions, I would be more than willing to help you guys with your questions. Feel free, message me, email me, however is most comfortable. I'm more than willing to talk to you guys about this and how you specifically can find work for yourself, okay? Because I really believe that anybody in the world can do this, because I'm just like any of you guys. And when I'm traveling around, there's people who are like, whoa, man, you travel for a living. It's like, yeah, you can do it too. Why are you, don't point the finger at me. You're just as good as I am, And so that's why I really wanted to make this video and share with you guys how you can do this. And I've met a lot of other travelers along the way, and they all basically tell me the same thing. Here in South America, you really don't need the amount of money that you need in the United States, and it's actually really easy to live. I met this girl recently. She was from the UK, and it's a little bit of a sad story. She had her she was mugged, and she had her bank card stolen. It happens in South America. It's not the safest place in the world, just like America is not the safest place in the world, okay? But anyway, she got mugged, and she didn't have a card, and she lived without money for months in South America without money, okay? That's a different story, and I would not be an expert on telling you how to do that. What she did is she would go from hostel to hostel and offer to work in return for a place to stay and some food, and so she got free room and board. Good deal, right? And so that's how she did that. But if you're like me and you would rather just support yourself and not have to constantly be asking for help from others, I know it's not fun to do that, then you can just bring a laptop with you and go to the most remote place in the world, the Amazon jungle like I'm in right now, and you'll still be able to work online, okay? And you'll still be able to work less online for more money, okay? So to summarize, guys, one, you really look at your priorities, guys. Look at where you're spending your money. Look at how you're spending your time. Question whether or not you really need a lot of the things that you need in your life in the United States. And if you're saying, no, I really don't need that car, I really don't need that house, I really don't need that job, get out and travel, guys. I'm telling you, just in the small experience that I've had in these 6 months, I have learned more than I have in 24 months of my life. Sorry, I have people talking outside my room right now. Yeah, aprendiendo español, sí. Oh man, I'm losing my train of thought here. To summarize, okay, so money. Don't worry about money, guys. Look at your priorities. Look at how you're spending your time. Question whether or not you really need to be doing what you're doing, okay? And then think about what you really want to be doing. Because if you want to travel, guys, I'm just some average guy like you, fresh out of college, who really doesn't have that much money, and I decided that I wanted to go start traveling. And here I am 6 months into it, realizing that I could do this forever, okay? I could keep going, and I could be on a non-stop 24/7 vacation the rest of my life, okay? And so I really just want to get that across to you guys, okay? It's easy to do. I'm living proof of it, okay? And I'm not alone. There's other people that have been doing it for much longer than I have that inspired me along the way. And so since they inspired me, I'm hoping that this will inspire somebody else, okay? So question your habits, question what you're doing, question whether or not you need to be doing it. Don't worry about the money, guys. You'll be fine, okay? And like I said, it is so much cheaper than you think it is, okay? It's not like the United States, especially not in South America, okay? Like I said, I've talked to a lot of travelers who would say the same thing about places like India or Thailand or Vietnam, or in some cases even China, places like China. I've heard that a lot of places in Europe are pretty expensive. And I also heard that Africa is moderately expensive, depending on where you go, okay? But I can tell you from personal experience, from me being here, boots on the ground, that South America, you can live here for less than $500 a month if you wanted to, okay? I'm in the $500 to $600 range just because I like to have a little bit of fun, you know, relax, and not always just be bored, okay? Because rule number 3, guys, when you're living abroad, you're gonna have so much free time, okay? And if you're not comfortable being by yourself, then you probably shouldn't get into this, okay? Because you're gonna spend a lot of time by yourself, okay? And yes, you'll get bored. You know, here I am making a video. I could be out walking around Leticia, but I've been here for a month right now. I'm pretty accustomed to the area, and I've been in the jungle for 4 months. That's why I'm thinking, hey, I'll make a video, you know, kill some time. You know, that's really my whole intent for this, okay? I'm not like making money off of this video or anything. But what else? So that's basically it, guys. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. But I do want to assure you guys, if you want to travel and you want to maybe, for example, do what I'm doing, go to South America, you know, any part of South America, you can do it. Just buy the plane ticket and leave, okay? You will not look back and question your decision ever, okay? Just, I promise you, because once you get down here, you will realize, wow, this place is incredible. What have I been doing my whole life? Why did I stay stuck in the United States or whatever country it is you guys are coming from, okay? And so that's it. Maybe I'll do more of these in the future, but I just wanted to introduce myself to you guys and tell you a little bit about how I live abroad. So hopefully this was helpful. Click subscribe. Help me out. Peace.